It all starts with your agent's relationship with a listing agent. From the moment he makes the appointment, in the way he conducts and communicates to secure that appointment, to the way he conducts and communicates with the listing agent when he shows up, with any questions he may have related to the property, and also in the way he communicates the offer once it's written and it's being forwarded to the agent. Number two, your agent must have a well-written offer. What I mean by that is not necessarily subject free. We see a lot of offers sometimes on the listing side that comes, it's subject free, but they have these funky, funny clauses that our seller simply is not comfortable with, or we advise them as to, not to take this offer based on those clauses. Yes, we can cross out those clauses and send the offer back, but that's a bit risky in a multiple offer situation. So your agent must write a clean offer, not necessarily subject free, a clean offer, meaning that very well written offer with good clauses in there. And also simply when it comes down to communication, finding out what is the seller looking for as far as dates. You'd be surprised as to how many agents simply don't communicate and just forward your offer as an email to the listing agent, and to the listing agent without the communication, without the relationship building, it's just another offer. And in some cases, it may be the highest, but you may still not win, okay? Number three is you must do all the due diligence you can prior to writing the offer. That includes an inspection. If you're comfortable and wanting to do an inspection, go ahead, do an inspection. Yes, it is going to cost you $500 and you may not get the property, but at least you have that peace of mind if that's important to you. The other thing is your agent representing you as a buyer should be reviewing all the documents related to the property and doing their due diligence instead of putting those as a subject or clauses in the contract. That includes easements, right-of-ways, a property disclosure statement, tenancy agreements, whatever it may be. Now, also, when your agent is reviewing these documents, it will not only make you understand as to, is this property the right property for me, but it will also make the listing agent feel more secure with your knowledge and your due diligence that you've done, instead of on the last hour calling the listing agent and asking them questions about the property that is written in the document, such as a disclosure statement. That, to me, causes the listing agent to lose some confidence in the buyer's agent. For example, in the last 2 years, I would say over 95% of the listings or properties that we have written on representing the buyer has been in multiple offers. And our winning percentage, our rate of winning those offers, are over 90%. And why is that? Not necessarily always the price. I mean, in the last, for example, 3 out of 5 offers, we've been lower, over 100,000 lower than the other offers, but we got the call back and given us an opportunity to bump those offers. And that is all a strategy. That's because of the relationship we built with the agent, the due diligence that we did prior to writing a clean offer, getting our clients to have the deposit in place as a bank draft ahead of writing the offer, instead of saying deposit due within 24 hours. When you say deposit due within 24 hours, you may have the best offer out of the 16, 15 that's there. But sometimes as a listing agent, on the sellers, what if you have buyer remorse? What if you don't turn in the deposit the next day? Yes, the seller could, in some ways you're entering a legal binding contract, you are on the contract, but then you could still walk away with it and the sellers would have to chase you through the courts. And not 10 out of 10 sellers, most of them don't want to do that when they can turn around and sell it to the next guy. So attaching a deposit, which only costs you $6, and if you're serious about buying a property, you just hold on to that. It's made out to the brokerage of your buyer's agent, your agent, And they can just hold on to it, or you can hold on to it. But every time you write an offer, you can simply attach it or give it to your agent, and he'll send a copy with the offer. We have won offers in multiples because we've had the deposit, even though in some cases we've been 5,000, 6,000 below the other price. But also the reason we get the call back a lot of times is because, again, back to the relationship building. Because a lot of agents, not only they get grumpy when they don't get the time they want, in the way they conduct themselves when they show up the property, in the way they communicate when they send the offer to the agent. These are all important factors. I know they're minimal. They're behind the scene things that a buyer does not see, but that's how you win a multiple. And the other thing is also if the agent has confidence with you and you have a clean offer and you have you build a good relationship with that listing agent, you know what? He will give you a chance. If your offer's clean and may not be the highest deposit attached, people like working with like-minded individuals. And that's why, like I said, there's been several times we've got the call back. Hey, Adam, you're not the highest, but we like your offer. We like the clauses that are in there, the minimal clauses, the subject free, the deposit attached, the dates that the seller wants you've got, because, we simply asked, are you willing to come up? Or is your client willing to come up and match the other offer? If you are, it's yours. And simply a phone call to our client, and client's like, yes, we'll come up. So that's how basically some of the things is to winning a multiple offer. Again, it all starts with your agent's relationship with the listing agent.